And, well, it's been an absolutely brilliant day for the drivers right at the front of that one, because it's Danny Caronini starting on that front row again.
On the tower, the main tower of the Pokal Vackersland facilities, when there is also an indoor karting circuit just in the building next to this track that we have here. So if you want to have a go at some karting as well while the competition is happening on track, you can do so, and please join us this weekend.
Indeed. Well, the karts fire up their engines and make their way out to the circuit. Let's take you through the starting lineup. Danny Caronini and Finn McLaughlin going from row 1. Vilmos Svan and Austin Gale on row 2. Maxim Blanchimard and Knut Nilsson round out row number 3. Max Hetzel and Mattis Barb round out row 4 ahead of Adam Rahali and Clement Outron on row 5. Manuel Wagner and Matteo Zanchi go from row 6. They'll have Henk Vuk and George Nassar on row 7. Miguel Silva and Rocco Curcio round out row number 8.
Row number 9, Reimer Blanc and Annabelle Briand. We have Louis Tortmas and Conor Grant following row number 10. Row 11, Morgan Knudsen and Bertram Satch. Mark Granada and Clovis Nogueira, row number 12, followed by Robbie Buckley, Christian Vergani, Mathieu Bouvagnier, Dylan Patel, Yannick Remert, Emiliano Van Overberg and Juan Pablo Girard. Do we have everybody on board? Yes, we do. 31 drivers entering the formation now. 2 laps as always. They want to get the tires, the MG tires up to temperatures. The other one to keep doing so, but certainly, and that's the most important, to get everybody lined down and lined up for the formation of the grid. And as we mentioned before, so far so good in terms of starting procedures. It seems that our race director, Mr. Martin Bean, has been more than happy about the way things have been going in all 3 classes. It's not unusual to have a second, sometimes third starting procedures. As we run on board with Matteo Zanchi here, another strong name to keep an eye on from the Zanchi Motorsport. The Italian team who has been really working hard to find the pace, and they did find that strong momentum so far in Wackersdorf with the Tony Kart machine. One of those racing teams using the OTK product. And there's all sorts of different material here that we get to see competing in the IAME Euro Series. Different chassis, different colors, different liveries. That's very colorful, isn't it?
It is indeed. False start has been declared on that one. Not going to say.
Did I just jinx it?
Yeah, I think so. No, you're fine. You can buy me a drink later. Race director Martin Bean not happy with the formation on that one. Understandably, there were gaps everywhere. There was cars going too fast in some places. It was just not a good getaway on that one. I'm very curious. I'm going to ask on the live commentary here to the producers that will be talking in my ear right now to see if can we get a replay of the marshals' synchronization of dropping those yellow flags after the grid had gone past them on that red line, because my goodness, was that in perfect synchronization. It's like even the turnaround as well. The marshals here, absolutely second to none. We're going to see it again, I'm sure, on this shot. I just want to see if they're going to be absolutely in sync on this one, because I don't know why. There we go. Here's a replay. Look at this. Cars go past and flags drop. Oh, just superb. I love it. I love it. It's so weird, but I love it. There we go. Oh, we might see it again now as the field make their way through. There again, the 2 marshals getting themselves lined up, ready to go on this one. Front of the grid, nice and calm, nice and collected. Oh, we're going to see the shot. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, not in sync that time. Not in sync.
Yeah,
just out of sync.
Oh, you're being harsh.
No, I'm being... no. Brilliant stuff there by the marshals. Right then, this looks much nicer. Drivers that get themselves lined up ready for this one. Lights go green. We are racing down in towards turn number 1. Great stuff for Caronini. Keep an eye on McLaughlin, though he's there. 3rd place, 4th place, maybe even 5th place as the inside line get through well. Down they go in towards turn number 2. Oh, again, everyone getting squeezed out wide just in the background there. But Danny Caronini at the front of this one is leading the way ahead of Vilmos Svan.
Yeah, good getaway for pretty much everybody here. We've seen briefly one driver in the middle of the grid as we were coming across the start-finish straight. And he was gesturing to the race director and certainly not happy about the starting procedure. But still, the lights went out and we went racing. So we might need to see that again. And there might be some penalties for him, unfortunately. Despite not being happy, if you're outside of your corridors, 2 or 4 wheels, well, that's worth a couple of seconds of penalty for the ending result. We're not there yet. We'll see what comes out of that situation. As lap 1 is completed, and Danny Caronini gesturing already to Vilmos Svan. They have 1 win each, and Danny was like, okay, stay with me. Let's build that gap on Maxime Blanchimard. with Adam Harley in P4, climbing 5 places up to the top 4.
Oh,
Run
here we go.
inside, Vilmos Van, there he goes already, and switching
Outbreaks.
the position, beautifully made from Danny Carinini. He has experience. You've seen that happen already today and yesterday, and it's not the kind of trick that he will fall into. Not the sort of trap he will fall into, shall I say, as Carinini is back in the lead. Van down in P2, and while doing that, well, we have Maxime Blanchemont, the Frenchman, coming in and getting close to the leading duet. Adam Harley at the wheel of his Victoria Lane machine further back. Austin Gale down in P5 from Matteo Zanchi, followed by Phil McLaughlin, Knut Nielsen, Georges Nassar, and Clément Outran down in P10. Not the best of start for Phil McLaughlin. He was on the front row of the grid and is only down to P7 after 1 lap.
Yep, certainly is. Well, keeping a close eye on this top 3 right now as Adam Harley sets the fastest lap of the race in P4. Is looking very, very strong right now, pushing himself forward in this race. We'll just keep an eye on how it progresses, but certainly right now it's looking very, very strong. We're on lap 3 of 11 at the moment as the whole field just slotting itself into position. Everyone kind of in a train at the moment. No real chances for overtakes in the early stages. McLaughlin has just got past Matteo Zanchi. That was for P6 and 7. So there are changes all the way throughout there, and you can see there the tyre choices. Danny Carinini and Vilmos Van both choosing the same tyre choice on this one, both deploying a brand new set of tyres on the left-hand side of the kart as they make their way through. And again, that's been a carbon copy for so many drivers deploying them on the left-hand side because there are more right-hand corners. The left-hand side tyre kind of helps around, just get it round on the outside. McLaughlin now the fastest driver out in circuit, currently in P6, is looking to recover now after starting on the front row of the grid. Another change of the lead. Vilmos Van back down the inside, but this time makes it stick. Exactly what you want to see, and Vilmos Van now breaking away. Adam Harley under investigation, and at an early stage of the weekend, at an early stage of the race, could it possibly be a start line infringement?
That could be. We might need to see that again because it went very fast indeed. As we'll get back to that, but knowing that he's in P4 at the moment, certainly another kind of news that he will receive. As you can see, change in the qualifying heats classification as well. As it stands, Vilmos Van, if he stays where it is, would still be our leader with 4 points. Elia Weiss would make up a place up to P2, and Juana Aloya down into P3. Classification you can follow on the live timing of Apex Timing, the official partner of the IAME Euro Series. Matteo Zanchi, we're just mentioning him, on board with the Italian as he makes himself get away from Austin Gale. He's getting ahead just outside of the last corner. Matteo Zanchi was 12 on the grid and currently sits in 7, and now 6th place, getting ahead of Austin Gale, as we said. Back with the leaders. Vilmos Van, Danny Carinini outside of turn number 2. Glued together pretty much. The question is when and where to pass. We've seen those couple of overtaking spots being well exploited by most of the contenders up there. The question is there any more difference that can be made through this track? You heard Danny Carinini at our microphone earlier said how tricky and difficult this circuit can be for overtaking unless you find the right spot and the right momentum. But you could expect your rival to see where you're going and close all the doors. And at the moment, 1 second, it's splitting Danny Carinini and Maxime Blanchemont. Blanchemont under the pressure, so to speak, of his teammate Adam Harley. With Phil McLaughlin, in the meantime, getting himself into P5. He was P7 2 laps ago. Matteo Zanchi, Gale, Nassar, as well as P4 right now for Phil McLaughlin. Yes, indeed, well spotted there, Anthony. Now we'll have to keep an eye as well on the race from the Irish driver, putting out the fastest lap in this one. And as you can see, the VTK driver now up into P4 from Adam Harley. Matteo Zanchi, Gale, Nassar, Silva, and Rimmer Blanc running at the top 10.
Changes happening all the way throughout the field. Rocco Cuccio getting past Morgan Knudsen for P14. Max Hetzel getting past Annabelle Brienne for P20 as well. Bertram Sash moving up to 23rd ahead of Amelia van Overberg, battling away still at the back of the field. Then Matteo Bugagno getting past Juan Pablo Girard as well. So overtakes happening thick and fast, back down the inside. And Adam Rahali getting the move done on Maxime Blanchimont again. Those two switching positions constantly throughout this race. McLaughlin with the fastest lap of the race, sub 50 seconds, 49.949, is closing in on these two ahead. Time we've got left, 1.3 seconds, well, it's 1.2 seconds if you think about it, to Danny Carinini. Is it close enough?
Concerning the start, 421 four wheels and 314 no gap for 421.
421 314 under investigation, please.
Well, there you're hearing under investigation for drivers, and I believe one of those is Bertram Sash under investigation. The 314 and the 421 as well of Max Hetzel also under investigation. So race control clearly keeping an eye on the entire field, because those drivers are in the mid-pack and dealing with a lot of drama as well. So you can imagine it is a tense time. Now they've got around 40 plus cameras out there watching the racetrack as race control. You've got the 3 pairs of eyes in there, plus you've got all the marshals out on circuit, plus you've got race director Martin Bean. Oh dear. And that's happened on track. Now, who's that? It's a Sodi kart that's falling down the order. But who? I couldn't quite see the kart number on the side of the car. I think it may be Knud Nielsen who is out of that one, because he's tumbled down the order and he's in that one. I think Connor Grant was the other as well. So they've had a terrible end to their race in that one, and the final stages of this one. We're on lap 10 of 11. Vilma Svan leads the way. Danny Carinini still there in second place. Is Carinini going to go for the move here? Has stayed behind, has not attacked, waiting for the prime opportunity to try and go for it, or just thinking, I'll stick with second place, I'm happy with it. It's still a good position to be in. I'm going to lose out a couple more points here and there, yes, okay, but it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, even though
dear.
The 266 out of the track. Was it at turn number 4?
That's Emilio Van Overberg. Unfortunately, the driver had gained positions earlier on, dropping back down to P28. Action kicking off here. Vilma Svan going defensive. Danny Carinini is on the attack.
Yeah, we might have a response to your question. As down to the hairpin, Carinini staying where he is. Watch out for Phil McConklin as well. Anything can happen into that last lap. Phil McConklin has nothing to lose. As Danny Carinini with a victory at P3 and a P5. P2 were doing good, even though last 2 hairpins, 2 opportunities for Danny Carinini. As you said, Svan is going defensive into the last stages of that race. From the outside, watch out for Phil McConklin. Can he try certainly one of the tricks of the book? As Phil McConklin says, keep on going, because the victory is up for grab. Into the last corner, trying to get around the inside. That was going to be a bit late and a bit tight for the Irish driver to jump past. But still, Vilma Svan was able to hold on to that place. Danny Carinini, we felt he was going to try, and maybe one more lap would have been needed for the Italian driver to make a difference. He's going to have to make do with second place. Phil McConklin down in P3. One more lap, that could have been an entirely different story. But that's what we're going to have to be content with at this point. 2 more races for each of the drivers this afternoon for those 2 groups. But what a beautiful battle that was. Svan, Carinini, McConklin, that's your final top 3. As another strong result in the bag for Danny Carinini, or overall pole sitter in the class. 2 more races this afternoon. Can you add any more to that?
Well, another good result as well for Vilma Svan. And just 4 points to Vilma Svan's name, leading the intermediate classifications then ahead of in the classifications there on your screen. Danny Carinini finishing in second place ahead of Finn McLaughlin, Rahali from Matteo, Gale from Blanchimont, Nassar, Silva, Blanc and Barb there as well. Curcio, Buckley getting 12 positions in that one to finish P13 ahead of Henk Vuk.